I'm exceptionally excited for this. This is gonna be Witch Hat Atelier episode 3. Last week, we got episodes 1 and 2 together, and this show was incredible. I mean, just like some of the greatest animation we've seen this season so far in a little bit, and some of the most beautiful direction of a show. Like the directing in this show was magnificent. The OP was great, the characters were great, the world building was fantastic. Like there's so much here that I'm really excited to see more of. So yeah, like last week we got a taste of it and it felt like a dream, honestly. It felt like a fun little like a short film or something, you know, like something that couldn't possibly be a TV show that we're gonna get to watch more of, but it is, and we're gonna get to watch more of it. So let's jump into it. Also, I'm glad this is one of the shows, like I do on my channel, I do a mix of subs and dubs, right? I do about, like, you know, I tend to try to make it about half subs and dubs, but like I don't think about it that hard. Generally what I do is I just per show I go like, do I want to watch this one in sub or dub, and I choose based on a per show basis. This one I was really excited to do in dub, but like always whenever I do a dub show, at least for the first episode or two, there are always comments that are like, why the fuck are you doing dub? You know that's inferior, blah blah blah. Like these things that are, you know, these are arguments from like 30-40 years ago that people are bringing up now, but anyway, I always get that for the first episode or two. Generally I just go like, yeah, I'm just going to ignore those people because like they saw the word dub in the title and ignored it, I guess. But this show, I actually got probably the most positive comments on a dub that I've gotten in a while. Like I feel like I also got positive ones on, I mean obviously I got ones on the shows like Cowboy Bebop and stuff that people know are great dubs, but I feel like Delicious and Dungeon maybe was similar to this as well, where specifically people were like, wow, the dub is really good, and people were looking for the dub because it's that good. So I'm glad to be able to provide you guys. This is why I fucking do it, dude. Other than just I enjoy doing dubs, also there are dub fans out there who love dubs and never get to watch reaction videos of people watching dubs. So I hope to be the one to provide that for you for this series, and I'm excited to get into more of this because I just love a lot of the voice actors here, and now knowing like Maddie Morris is I forgot what her name is, Abbott. I just remembered. I'm not looking down at my notes. I think her name is Abbott, or Agate. No, I gotta look down now. Agot, Abba. Let's look. I need to look. It's Agot. It's Agot. It's not Abbott. It's Agot. But yeah, knowing that that's Maddie Morris makes me really excited to see more of that as well. So let's jump into this. Witch Hat Atelier. Make sure to support the video, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for the full-length reactions and early access. You can get the next 10 episodes of Naruto on there. You can get my One Piece reactions on my Jent Watches One Piece channel and on my Patreon account. There's so much stuff for you to check out, so go check it all out. But let's jump into this. Witch Hat Atelier, episode 3. Ooh, key free? I was about to say, what if you just jumped down the middle? Because you got the boots. Oh shit!
What's the point of having a stairway if no one's going to use it? It came here to the seabed.
What? Does she have?
Problem child of
Oh,
the Great Hall.
That's her hair. I thought she had bat ears.
Are they now? I know all about your new apprentice. Or to the brimmed caps, that is.
To the brimmed caps.
I wouldn't dream of testing someone in such conditions.
Do it.
Be killed.
She might surpass your expectations. Always good to see a like a really pretty brown character in an anime. That's so good. That's fucking awesome, man. Like having the end of last chapter and then turning the page and this is a new chapter. That's so great.
But aren't we rushing things a bit? I just got here. I passed this test when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
It's required of everyone who wishes to practice.
So this is a range test.
I see.
And
The first test is called Consent of the Crown.
Oh.
You're only allowed the use of
Consent to
3
the crown.
contraptions. And when you do, to pick the diadem herb that grows there. The guy for drinking water. That's probably all you can handle for the moment.
So I imagine
Now,
a
be
got
gone.
doesn't know that it's extra dangerous right now. She's just like, well, I did this. She should do it.
Could I possibly have some shoes like yours?
Some shoes.
Yeah.
Count as my 3rd contraption, right? So, I was wondering if maybe you might,
Aw, she's so
lend me
cute.
Of course not, that was too much to ask. Sorry.
I mean,
Forget I said anything.
just draw the thing on your shoes, right? Do you have to like change your shoes?
And with that settled,
Thank you.
it's time you were off.
Yep.
You'll be disqualified from ever becoming Master Keyfree's apprentice.
Sounds like if
and
she-
required to leave the atelier.
Sounds like if she fails, she's gonna die. Considering how dangerous it's supposed to be right now. You just put the shoes in your bag?
All of a sudden, I'm terrified.
Girl, those go on your feet.
But I can't turn back. I have to do all I can.
We're leaning into the Red Riding Hood
This is a
thing, huh?
guidance orb.
Whoa. It taps in the direction?
Is it to go this way?
Interesting.
Timing, simple. When she was 10.
But I mean, oh, I hate that. That would make me quit right there.
You could do it, surely.
Remember, you're just a simple craft girl. A country crafting girl.
No,
What is this?
it can't be.
Whoa. Holy shit. That's awesome
This is
looking.
it. Pointing directly at it. That must be it then.
So, you have to use the shoes. Take them out of your bag. Look at that. It's got 4 wings.
I knew it was smart to ask her for these. Lie!
No. You gotta put them together. I guess she has always been too panicked to figure out how they actually work, but we as viewers always see like underneath, so we always get to see how they work. Oh, she figured it out quick.
And align them perfectly.
It's kind of a Wizard of Oz reference as well, you know, like clicking your shoes together. Oh, yeah, it would be so hard to change your direction without like moving your feet apart.
Got it exactly right. I'm an awkward, clumsy little fool. Now, here I go.
Oh. What a great shot.
Worry. You'll be running
so
wild in
funny.
no time.
She's so determined.
Wild.
Keyfree, I feel like, is gonna really panic when he comes back and is like, "Where's Coco?" This is fucking cool looking.
Could you process this application?
Whoa.
Right.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Your hate for the Great Hall runs deep, eh?
Hmm.
Well, keep it. You never know what they might get up to when left to their own devices.
Yeah, man. You said a got was in charge. Damn, well done. Oh shit! That's right. You just gotta put your feet together. Okay. Oh my god. I get it. It would be so difficult to like when you're falling to like be calm. Hey man. Okay. I don't know what that is. Oh fuck. Wouldn't it suck if like the water like washed off the magic seal on the shoes, you know? Oh, that's awful. Careful not to wipe it off. Oh no!
Oh no!
Okay, you just got. Did you memorize what it looked like? Yeah. Oh shit.
Just spilled in my bag somehow.
Face melting into her bag. Shit.
What's that? All by herself! But she just got to the atelier a short time ago! Why didn't you stop her?
If she can't pass a test as simple as that, then she has no business being an apprentice.
But she has like. She's so new.
Understand.
She should have gotten a little
Refuse
more
to tolerate
instruction.
those. Their presence has no value to me.
Jeez.
She'll be back soon enough after she's failed. During
Damn.
this season, the Dadah range reaches its greatest altitude.
So you know
She'll
that.
never reach such height. I don't want to share our world with someone like that.
Oh. But man, she might die because of you.
I guess I'm just feeling a little bit down right now.
I like doing that with a spoon in her mouth.
Am I really the only one who's at least been worried around here? Can we do?
Oh my gosh, she's just gonna try to climb it like manually.
Use. What if I drew on the soles of my feet?
What? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Is that dangerous? No, but that's also forbidden. I just realized you can't do that.
No, I can't. Magic directly involving the human body is forbidden.
Yes. Okay. But oh my god. Whoa. Aww.
Anyone can. Maybe I need to accept that only someone special can
It's
become a witch.
it's your first day. That like it's just a god has such high expectations for you because she's a little bitter.
All of them have been drawing spells since they were
I'm sure she has her reason. You've been drawing spells? Yeah. Yeah, these are your spells. Well, that's cool. Her patch is sort of like a spell. I wonder if you drew that patch, if that would be anything. Aw, this is a cute secret.
I have my own magic.
Okay, but what is he gonna do? Are you gonna, what, draw your spells with that? What is this?
If I let a little water soak in and dilute it.
Oh, that's gonna be your way of using the ink. Maybe she's gonna draw like better on fabric than she does. Oh,
Something new.
I love this music. I'm getting chills.
Begin to dance of their own accord.
But is she drawing a? I mean, normally she draws straight lines. Is she drawing a circle on it? Oh, what is?
Good morning,
What's the
Brush Buddy.
sail?
And the signs are supposed to be uniform.
Ah.
And too much energy in one direction. So I
So
wondered
she's-
what would happen
she's
if I
blasting
made
it
one on
up?
purpose. I can't be sure if it'll work though.
Is she gonna sail upwards?
You wanna come with me?
Is this gonna be like a permanent?
But I needed a hold on
pet?
tight for me. And now to close the ring.
Okay, I'm scared. Whoa, it looks so cool.
Understand? Did I get the signs direction wrong?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god. No way. This is crazy. You're like Aang. I mean, this is kind of working, but it's so dangerous.
I'm flying with my own magic. My dream has finally come to life.
This is really cool. And this is a cloak of flight, yeah, like the first episode. And it's like a broom, like a witch's broom. This is awesome.
From helping Mom. Unbelievable.
Aww. This is so sick. And how are you gonna stop it? Oh, did you get it? No, I think you missed. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, it's awesome. The way she's controlling it, like she's getting used to it. That can't be easy to fly. Oh, and it's hard to see as well. Oh. Oh. That's hard work right there. This, oh my god, the animation is so beautiful.
I'll make things right.
Oh, yes!
It's too dangerous. I need to go and save her at once.
But if you interfere, she'll fail the test.
Too soon for her to attempt it in the first place. She hasn't been living around magic her whole life like we have.
Yeah.
And if any, we'd lose so much more than just her.
Oh,
There.
she did it.
Coco.
I'm so glad you're all right.
Oh.
I get so sick with worry.
Careful, you're strangling the thing.
The consent
Oh. We'll learn more about you, God. I know it.
I thought you'd learn that.
Oh, but she
That
was
test
told
could
to
very
do it.
easily have cost you your life.
You said a
You
god
must
was in
never do
charge.
anything like that again, because you're already my new apprentice.
Is this gonna be the hat? What's in here? The uniform and the hat, maybe? It's
I
a
give
uniform.
you the mark of a wit and of our solemn vow
Oh,
never
that's
to use
cool.
magic for evil.
Cool costume design, man. There's a lot of buttons you have to do on the
As
outfit.
long as
And
it
then the
rests
hat.
upon your head and your magic.
Upstairs.
She's hungry. She's been out there for a while.
Importantly, a bath.
How awesome, man. And that's the end of that chapter. Ah! Oh, 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 oh. Hang on.
Sprouted.
Oh, fuck. I mean, this show is incredible. That episode was so amazing. It really got me, like, so... I mean, I was already so attached to Coco. It, like, leveled up that attachment quite a bit. And then also, on top of that, like, the way, I mean, obviously the show had this planned from the start, and this is, like, part of the concept of the show, but, like, it's really cool to see it go in place, the idea of, like, she's a fabric, you know, a fabric worker. She's since she was a kid, she's been taught to draw on fabric and cut it and whatever, and that's what she's using as her own unique brand of magic, you know. And, like, I'm really excited. I hope that they, like, continue to lean into that a little bit, like the idea of, like, she's using magic in this way that other people don't use magic, haven't used magic, because she, like, you know, has a fresh eye on things, and she's seeing it through the idea of fabric. Because yeah, it's really cool. Like, other people are using, like, magic on the soles of their shoes to be able to fly. She does that for a bit, and then it doesn't quite work out. And the way that she makes it work is she does it on a piece of fabric that she has, like, tied to this, like, this whole broom setup. I mean, she tried to do it on a boat. It didn't work. But, like, the fact... Because, I mean, it's really fun that this show is a witch show. It's a show about witches, but it's really, like, taking a lot of the witch tropes and the things that we know about, like, these sort of magic settings. And it's, like, not flipping them on their head, but it's approaching them in a very unique way, you know? It's like, it's saying, like, how can we make some of these iconic things that are in witch and wizard and mage media, how can we make them, like, our own brand? And so it's like, okay, there's, you know, the idea of, like, magical seals or whatever, like these circles of magic. Like, I've seen that in a lot of magic things, but instead having, like, all magic be based around these circles, and the drawing of the circles is what matters. That's, like, a unique, at least a unique-ish take on it. The idea of, like, of there being forbidden magic is kind of a common trope in magic media, but the forbidden magic being, like, including stuff like healing magic and stuff, things that generally in media is in magic media is considered to be, like, they're one of the good versions of magic, you know, is really interesting, you know. And the idea of like, you know, we know that, like, witches wear witch hats a lot of the time, and so the idea that, like, these witch hats are, like, these incredibly incredible sort of what am I looking for? Symbols. They're incredible symbols of, like, status. Your status as a witch. Like, they command respect by having this witch hat on, you know? And then also, I mean, they said something about the brimmed caps in... Because, like, the thing about these witch hats is they're witch hats without the brims. right? So like they also mentioned the brimmed caps in this episode. So there's a group of people who have the like traditional witch hats, I imagine. So like that's gonna be interesting. I think I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, and then finally the idea of like witches fly on brooms, right? Instead, the witches in this use their shoes to fly, but then we had like kind of a more traditional broom flight system, but since we've like learned how the magic system works, we now know how this works, you know? I think this is what's called a hard magic system, right? Like there's like soft magic and hard magic, and like soft magic is like kind of hand wavy on like how the magic works, and a hard magic system is like they explain to you exactly how it works, and you can, you know, fully piece things together. Like this show, I feel like explains to you how all the magic works, so you can, like, if we wanted, we could come up with ideas for a magic seal as well, you know. And it's the same with like Mistborn. I feel like it's a hard magic. If you've read the Mistborn books, do I have one behind me? I do. If you've read the Mistborn books, the Mistborn books by Brandon Sanderson are like, their magic system is all like you consume metal, like little tiny bits of iron or steel or whatever, and based on the metal that you consume, you can do certain things. But like certain people, like, you know, you might be born and you can only like it's been a while since I've read it, so I can't remember exactly the metals and what they do, but like let's say steel, like you might be born and you can only utilize the steel powers, well someone else is born and they can only utilize the pewter powers or whatever, and then there's certain people called Mistborn who can utilize all of the powers, right? And each power does a different thing. So this metal like lets you push things away from, like push other metal away from you. This metal lets you pull metal towards you. This metal lets you strengthen your body. This metal lets you increase your senses, you know? So there's like a lot of different like of those powers, and like in the Mistborn novels, they explain how every single aspect of that works, right? So like it's very clear what's going on, and as you get later in the series, you can start to piece together like I saw, I won't say what it is obviously, but I saw a twist incoming, and I guess the twist like a book in advance, I feel like a book earlier, because I'd started to piece together how the magic system worked, and I was like, wait, oh my god, what if this is the case? And then like that was a big reveal in the book. So yeah, like that's that's sort of what a hard magic system is from my understanding of it. And it's really cool that this series, like the vibe of this series, like the tone of it and the beauty of it really makes me feel like it's a soft magic system, just based on like if they wanted it to be a soft magic system, they could, because this show is like so gorgeous. Like it feels like they could easily focus on how gorgeous it is and all of that. And like it also, they're leaning into the themes of like magic being mysterious and wonderful and beautiful. It's almost like for most of the world in Witch Hat Atelier, for most of that world, people consider it to be soft magic. But then it's about Coco, excuse me, who her entire life only saw it through the lens of a sort of soft magic system, suddenly learning it's a hard magic system and like having to figure out how it works, which is so cool, man. And it's such a gorgeous, it's such gorgeous animation and art. And like the thing is, it's so gorgeous that like if this show slacked at all in any of these episodes, it would be instantly noticeable, which is like what's kind of, I feel like, dangerous about how beautiful they're making it. Because like the studio cannot slack at all. It's really bold and brave. But like for example, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen, right? I'm using an example of a show that like is undoubtedly beautiful, right? Especially like in the latest season, especially, right? Season 3 was like just absolutely gorgeous from start to finish. Every episode was amazing. And And that show, I feel like it started looking great, but not like, to me at least, not like, oh my god, they can't replicate this, like they can't keep this quality up, you know? It started as like, this is a good looking anime. And so then, like, it allows them to, like, at the start, this is the expectation. If Jujutsu Kaisen wants to slack a little bit on the animation, it actually kind of can. It's just later in the show, they actually just keep stepping it up. But they could, like, scale it back a little bit and still just have, like, it look good and then look amazing during action sequences and stuff, right? I feel like Witch Hat Atelier from the start was like, we're gonna make this look gorgeous, and all through episode 1 made it look gorgeous. And I was like, okay, but that's episode 1. Then episode 2, and then episode 3 now, and all of them have looked so beautiful, to the point where if they dialed back on the color, if they dialed back on the character movements, if they dialed back on the lighting of any of this stuff, it's gonna be very noticeable. Like, it's going to look noticeably flat. And so, like, I'm really excited about that, because I feel like that means the anime studio is like, no, we're gonna make sure to do this at the quality it deserves, right? But at the same time, like, it makes me scared, because it's like, but what if they can't keep up the quality, you know? What if, like, is this show, like, let's say, you know, the idea of a season 2, because obviously this show, I feel like, is extremely likely to get a season 2, right? But, like, the idea of a season 2, and we look at it and, like, what if the production committee's like, I don't know exactly how it works, but if they look at it and they're like, it won't be as profitable if you don't, like, you know, if you don't make it faster and sloppier production. And the studio would be like, we can't do that, because season 1 was such a visual spectacle, it wouldn't make sense to have season 2 not be a visual spectacle. And the production committee's like, all right, well, we don't have the money for that, so we're not going to do a season 2. Like, I can see something like that happening in, like, a horrible version of events, and that, like, that's what makes me scared. But I'm just going to not think about the worst scenario, and instead think about the best, which is that, holy shit, hopefully we get, you know, 10 seasons of this show, and each season is as beautiful as this, if not better. So yeah, just, like, absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving this so much. I am very patient with characters, especially at the start of a show, when they're coming off as harsh, right? A got is a very harsh seeming character. Like, I do not hate a got. I do not even dislike a got. I am very interested in seeing what is the deal with her character, because, like, this character is so, like, bubbling with potential for character development. And also, we know, like, just like she doesn't know stuff about Coco, we know nothing about her. We don't know anything about, like, what she's been through, why she might be feeling this way. And also, you know, she's young. These characters, like, I feel like it's quite common for there to be frustration and resentment in kids, especially because, like, they've barely developed empathy. Like, I was a little shit in primary school. I wasn't a troublemaker in primary school. I was a rule follower in primary school, but I was also, like, a brat, I feel like. And that's and because of that, you know, I had the favor of teachers and of adults and stuff. And yet I feel like I was bratty to other kids, because I sort of empathized, but at the same time, like, that there's times where I'm just thinking about myself, you know? And I would just get very frustrated when things weren't going my way sometimes. So like, I empathize with bratty kids, because I feel like when I look back, I feel like I was one. And I hope to think that I've grown a lot since then, and I am not like that anymore. So I'm very patient with her. I'm excited to see her progression. I wonder if it's like, because it feels like the way she was talking about it felt very much like I had to deal with this shit. Like they made me do this test when I was a kid and blah blah blah. So like let's just show that like I am a good witch by making you do the test when you're this age, and like let's see how you do out there, and then you're gonna come back and fail and everyone's gonna be like, wow, well Agot was really good at the test when she did it, so she must be super amazing because Coco couldn't do it at all, you know. And then when Coco comes back and is like, look, I did it, and like it's what's kind of sad and cute is like Coco walking up to walking up to Agot and showing her the flower, because she's like trying to go like, look, I did it, like I lived up to your expectations, not really realizing that I think Agot was hoping that you wouldn't succeed, because a combination of maybe, like these are just speculations on my part, a combination of perhaps because I want my feats to come across as more impressive, like maybe there's a reason she has to prove herself. And also because she's referred to you specifically as like the outsider. And like in this episode, she was like, something along the lines of like, everyone has to do this test, especially an outsider, or something like that, you know? And so like, because of that, like, I feel like this is something with outsiders, like maybe like she could just be like that about outsiders because like the idea of like, I was in the position to become a witch, I earned this, like I'm here because I deserve to be, and she was supposed to have her memories erased and she wasn't. Or is it the idea of like, maybe there was someone close to Agot who had to have their memories erased, and she's like bitter because she was like, why the fuck is this out? Like, why is the person that I cared about had to have their memories erased, but this person came in and she gets to become a witch, you know? Like, maybe it could be something like that. I just noticed, by the way, because my my Crunchyroll was like, that's enough, we don't have to have the episode open anymore, and it like minimized to the Witch Hat Atelier page, and I saw the character art there. I just realized on the character art, Coco has the little friend on her shoulder. He was there the whole time. That's crazy. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I'm wondering if that's part of Agot's motivations. Regardless, I think that there is something to her. And even if there's not, even if it's just like she's just bitter and jealous, even if that's the case, which I think it'll be more complicated than that, but even if it's not, I do anticipate that like there will be some great character development for her, that she is going to change and improve. So I'm really, really excited for that. And I just, bitter female characters are my bread and butter. Like, I'm completely okay with those characters, and I'm excited to see them grow. But I mean, also bitter male characters. Like, I'm more forgiving to female characters, just because I like girls. But like male characters as well, like Bakugo, I always, in My Hero Academia, always liked Bakugo. Always. Like, just like it was, I was frustrated by him, but I loved him as a character, and I loved the potential for his growth, right? That was just something that I was really, really excited to see. So, and so like, as that character grows throughout the series, like, to me, I was like, well, yeah, this was always in the cards, and I could always feel this like coming for the character. And yeah, so with like characters like that, I just lean into it, But yeah, I think that's all I want to discuss right now. I feel like this is the kind of show that I could sometimes discuss for like half an hour to 45 minutes. Like, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but I feel like it's possible at some point in this season I'm gonna have like a really long discussion about one of these episodes. But we'll see what happens. I knew Keyfree in this episode was gonna come back and be like, what happened to her? Like, where is she? What, you sent her out there? I need to go save her. Like, I knew that was gonna happen. What I didn't really realize was that knew that it was at its most dangerous right now, right? She was like, she specifically sent her out there when it was most perilous. I thought maybe it might have been a moment of her being humbled a little bit, or like, you know, like her thinking she knows best, sending Coco out there, and then when Keyfree comes back and goes like, what? You can't send her out there right now? Then like, Agot would have been like, what? But you sent me out there. And he's like, well, yes, when 1, you had trained more, and 2, like the altitudes weren't as high or whatever. And then she realizes she made a mistake. Like, I thought that could have been the case, but no, she knew the whole time that it was the most dangerous it could be. So yeah, that, like, she took that into account. And I think specifically waited for Keyfree to leave to have her do that. So yeah, poor Coco, but also awesome job, Coco. Like, what a great job she did to be able to do that on her own. Anyway, that was Witch Hat Atelier, episode 3. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. Go check out my Naruto reactions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.